Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on Arrow Season 5, and this is going to be my trailer breakdown for episode 20, otherwise entitled Underneath. But before we get into anything else though, let's actually watch the trailer.
It felt like an explosion, but there was minimal damage.
It was an EMP.
How do you know?
Because the spinal implant that helps me walk isn't working. I can't feel my legs. We're trapped. Oliver, come back! Come back! Oliver!
So yeah, this episode is probably going to be a controversial one for a couple of reasons. The first being the fact that this is that Olicity episode that was quite heavily teased and promoted about 2 months ago by the showrunners of Arrow. For those that keep asking what the hell Olicity is, it's like the shipping name between Oliver and Felicity. Sometimes when I say Olicity, people say, oh, you mispronounced Felicity. No, I'm actually saying Olicity because it's an actual word. And the second reason, sort of relating to the first, and that is that this is the 4th last episode of the season. People want Prometheus, and we are getting, an Oliver and Felicity episode. However, there is some stuff shown in the trailer which suggests that might not be the case exactly. It's not just going to be all Oliver and Felicity, but we'll point it out when it's relevant in the trailer. This episode will involve present-day Oliver and Felicity, and will have flashbacks in the form of scenes between Oliver and Felicity. And from what I've read and heard, they will be set between the end of Season 4 and the beginning of this season, obviously that being Season 5. There could also be flashbacks to when they were together, like in Seasons 3 and also, in Season 4 as well, which I'm sure there will be. I'd be very surprised if that's not a part of the episode. But anyway, there is a synopsis or a description for this episode, which we will go over quickly, which doesn't really tell us too much, but I thought I'd mention it anyway. But quickly before we go over that, if you do go on to enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like on it just to show your support for the Arrow videos. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Things get intense when Oliver and Felicity are trapped in the bunker together. Meanwhile, Lila and Deal deal with their marital issues. So yeah, the synopsis doesn't really go deeper into anything seen in the trailer, it just shows that Lila and Diggle will play a part dealing with their issues, which we did see start to play out last episode, due to the way that Argus was acting and stuff like that. That synopsis was not very long. And there could be a reason behind that when a synopsis is a bit shorter. It's usually because the episode contains some stuff that they don't really want to, show in the synopsis. So the trailer starts off with Ollie and Felicity on the ground following the events right at the end of last episode. There doesn't seem to be any damage though, and that is due to the fact that it wasn't an actual explosion that went off in the bunker, it was an EMP. Now, due to the EMP, it means that all the electronics in the bunker are busted, which includes their way out, which is the elevator, but it also includes a pretty important piece of technology for Felicity, and no, it's not her phone or her computer, but it's the implant in her spine that actually allows her to walk. So Felicity is paralyzed again for this episode, and honestly, I never thought we would hear about that implant ever again. I thought even the writers had forgotten about it, so at least they're consistent with their writing, so we're getting the implant back. It will be interesting to see what happens following this, episode. Is the implant completely busted due to the EMP, or is it going to come back online? Can Curtis tinker with it? I guess that's something that will be found out, in the following episodes after this one, or maybe even this episode in general. We do see Oliver opening up the elevator shaft here, which he is obviously going to attempt to scale in an attempt to escape, but also get Felicity out of here, as she is essentially unable to move at all. She has to just sit there, just provide verbal motivation. We do see Oliver here in the bunker in a way we have never seen it before, with all the lights off. It's almost looking like the Batcave. But it is important to remember that Prometheus was pinpointed to actually being in the bunker, or maybe on top of them, or something like that. So he may be stalking around, or this could just be Oliver being, paranoid at the thought that Prometheus could be casually standing somewhere around them in the bunker. So I guess he has to be safe rather than sorry. Now this is pretty mental here as we see Oliver falling back down the elevator shaft following an explosion. Unclear if it's like another EMP or something. You can't really tell too much from what they show you. But as I just said, Prometheus is meant to be in their location, so he could be the reason behind this explosion, or, the cause of why Ollie is falling down the shaft. Or it could just be some bad luck for Ollie this time around. Like, so he might have just kicked something or touched something and now he's falling down. But yeah, this fall down the elevator shaft would have messed up Ollie pretty big. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens after this fall. Now this is Renee or Wild Dog rappelling down the actual elevator shaft to the elevator, which seems to be stuck right in the middle of the bunker and the street level entrance, which does suggest we will see a decent portion of the episode with Renee along with Curtis, as we see here, trying to get down to the bunker and save their teammates. I'm not 100% sure what the hell is going on here, like what's with this fire. They may have been trying to weld something, who knows. I'm just going by like the mask that Renee is wearing. It looks like a welding mask. So, I don't know, maybe they have some tech down there they're trying to work. Who knows what they're doing. But we do also see Oliver like pass out and Felicity approach him in a very upset manner. Now this is probably my biggest negative with the trailer and heading on into the episode. There's no offense here, but Emily Rickards, who plays Felicity, can't do emotional acting. She is fine with everything else. I think she does the comedy stuff really well, but she is just really poor when it comes to the emotional side of acting and just those side of things. It is a big reason why season 3 and 4 was not a good time for her, seeing how Felicity was written. Like, Felicity was crying every 2 or 3 minutes in season 3 especially, and in some cases season 4. So she struggled with that, and I think the actress has even admitted it in certain interviews, that she didn't really like how it was written. She didn't like all the crying. I don't know if she necessarily admitted herself that she isn't the best when it comes to that side of things, but I think she might have been hinting at it, like she doesn't really like doing all the crying acting and stuff like that. So, this is really for one episode. I think we've only seen Felicity like cry one episode this season. That was like the Billy Malone stuff. So I guess it's not too bad. But I guess the big question that comes with the trailer, as well as just heading on into the episode in general, following all the promotion by the showrunners and stuff about this episode, and that is whether Olicity or Oliver and Felicity are going to get back together in this episode, or they're going to clear things up and Olicity is going to be dead forever following this episode. And I think that's what's going to have to happen this episode. They're either going to have to say, yes, it's happening, Olicity is back, or no, it's gone, it's never happening again. I think if they're going to dedicate an episode between Oliver and Felicity being trapped in a bunker together, where they're obviously going to talk about stuff, they're going to have to, come to the conclusion of whether they're going to be together or whether they're just going to stay friends from now on. There's not going to be any romantic relationship going on. I think the flashbacks will play a part in this, because I think we are going to see stuff that happened in between seasons 4 and 5. Because you got to remember that Oliver and Felicity were the only 2 people left on Team Arrow come the end of season 4, before they started recruiting, as we saw it in the first couple of episodes of season 5. So I think those flashbacks will be a big part in regards to telling us whether this relation, or whether Olicity will actually be a thing come the end of the episode. There was a shot in the big sizzle reel trailer they released, which showed Oliver and Felicity kissing. I'm 99% sure that's a flashback. I can't say. I don't think it's definitely not in this episode. I know that because all the lights are off. It's all purple and stuff in this episode. And in that shot from the sizzle reel, it's green like it usually is. I would not be surprised if that's season 4. That would have been season 4 maybe. Because in between season 4 and 5, obviously Oliver and Felicity weren't together unless they lied and they were secretly getting it on. But I highly doubt that's the case. But yeah, as I said, hopefully they just, answer the question this episode. Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? As you know, I don't like Olicity that much, but I'd rather them just say, yes, it's going to happen, or yes, it's not, or no, it's not going to happen, rather than, just mucking around with it, just because it can get sort of frustrating when they just keep teasing certain things. Like, just make it happen, or make it not happen, because you're not only annoying people that don't like Olicity, you're sort of annoying people that do like Olicity, because they're like, well, is it going to happen? I'm watching this show. I'm sort of interested in it happening. Can it actually happen finally? So yeah, hopefully they do, make their mind up. But thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like on it. Let me know in the comments section down below, what are you looking forward to in this episode. I know a lot of people will say this episode isn't looking too good, but they might not want to reveal too much in the trailer, and they haven't really. Like, it's shown a couple of scenes, you know, just based around that elevator, really. They haven't really shown too much. So I think there might be more coming in this episode that really wasn't shown or teased in the trailer. So just, yeah, don't give the episode a chance. That's what I would suggest, sorry. And do you think that Olicity is going to get back together come the end of the episode, or do you think they're going to actually completely end it? Don't say what you want, tell me what you think's going to happen, because I'm very interested to see what everyone is thinking. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys, and goodbye.